Lou Vason, a proud black man, husband, father, grandfather, friend, and confidant. Who would have ever guessed that one man could have so many talents, from his early days as a hairstylist, model, and actor, to enlisting in the Army, writer, concert and event producer, and innovator, not to mention creating the all-black rodeo circuit. Lou loved being a black entrepreneur and philanthropist, and he especially loved his black culture, working and dedicating his entire life to producing unique entertainment events that were showcased throughout the U.S. to diverse communities while nurturing audiences with memorable cultural art experiences and inspiration. Among his many achievements, he was one of the most successful and highly respected entertainment promoters in the black music industry, developing close relationships with every conceivable famous rhythm and blues and jazz act that existed during his era. With over 4 decades showcasing national and international talent, his extensive music credits included creating the Pointer Sisters, along with managing artists like The Whispers, Oscar Brown Jr., and Rolls Royce. Other artists included Nina Simone, of whom he brought back for her first United States performance in several years, Earth, Wind & Fire, Gladys Knight, the Isley Brothers, Esther Phillips, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, the OJs, Nancy Wilson. You name them, Lou booked them. Lou's true passion was his love for the rodeo and the black cowboy and cowgirl, founding both the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo and MLK African American Heritage Rodeo of Champions.
I went to a rodeo up in Cheyenne, and there was no black cowboys, and I thought that was an injustice that we didn't have any black cowboys, so I decided I would eliminate the myth by forming a black rodeo company.
Well, I got the idea from Paul Stewart. Paul Stewart was my mentor in terms of during the rodeo. And we were setting up at the top of the stands and watching these guys ride these bucking horses and these bulls, and we were having a good time. And I said, we can do one of these. I said, we should do one of these, just make it black. Paul Stewart and Elmer Anderson were starting the Bill Pickett Rodeo.
The first rodeo was very exciting and different. And the fact that no one believed I could even do the rodeo. When I mentioned the idea of doing a rodeo, everybody told me I was crazy.
Going to Cheyenne Frontier Days, coming from Berkeley. I knew nothing about the West other than I used to go and watch the Western movies on Saturdays and sometime on Sundays.
But I was persistent.
Started the horses, you could get away with a horse that was $2,500. Next thing we know, the horses for the Bill Pickett Rodeo was starting running $30,000. Rita Cooksey brought about the event called Steer and Decorating. And so that became another event just for the ladies. Initially, they weren't very good at it, but by the time they practiced it and learned it after a couple of years, now it's one of the most exciting events. People look forward to seeing the girls do bulldogging like the guys.
His creative genius never stopped, developing the first annual Denver Jazz Festival, which brought Harlem Comes to Denver, Harlem Returns to Denver, featuring the Dance Theater of Harlem. And most recently, only he could think of combining his love for opera and jazz, thus creating Opera Jazz. Lou was an avid collector of black art, music, films, and memorabilia. He will always be remembered as a gentle giant with the most beautiful smile and gazing eyes. He believed in family first and loyalty to his friends. And believe it or not, he got the most enjoyment when everyone was gathered in the bedroom, all together laughing and debating and trying new foods or just creating a new venture. Lou Vason's legacy will live on through all of the lasting relationships that he built over his 76 years, and especially with his rodeo family through the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo as it begins its 31st year, which is a true testament as to how he lived, producing the greatest show on dirt. With the help of his beloved wife and partner, Valeria, by his side, they used the rodeo not only for entertainment, but also as an educational tool, sharing the story of the African American cowboy and cowgirl while touching hundreds of thousands of lives all over the world.
It's the greatest show on dirt.